Guys, welcome back to some more AFK Arena. Today we're back over on our YouTube account and we have all of the 5th anniversary things that are going on. There's also a new code which is DONLETTER that is going to yield you a significant amount of resources out of here, which is awesome to see. So we have 10 Stargazer Scrolls, we have 10 Time Emblems, Common Scrolls, and then we do have Arcane Staff. So this is a massive code. And this also does kick off the Gloria Spectacular, which you can see right here, another 10 Stargazer Scrolls and another 10 Time Emblems and 10,000 diamonds. And this is only one of 4, guys. So there are going to be multiple codes coming with the 5th anniversary that we're seeing right here. Now, in addition to what we're seeing, we also have a ton of events going on that I want to go over. Make sure you do not miss any of these. So the Vault of Time, of course, is already up. We're sitting at the boss ready to go in. Treasure Scramble, you have to register for this. Temple Rift, hopefully you're making some solid progression within here. And then, of course, we have the Hero Swap, which we'll talk about a little bit, but Temple Rift, I have another 2 days to actually get through here. Hero Swap, now again, we're going to talk about this in just a little bit. Gloria Celebration, these are up right now. We have a lot. Gift Trio Interlude, which is coming on the beginning of April. And then, of course, the Gift Trio Fanfare is coming as well. Now, Lyrical Exploration should be done for a majority of players at this point. That's right, 3,000 more right there. Gives us the chest of wishes, but also gives us, boom, the chest that we want. Now, overall, within this chest, Oden, not used a ton, but overall, you'll probably just choose Wukong. Wukong is the one that I'm looking for. That way, you'll get to a point of having these heroes built so you can actually swap them. Now, in addition, if you go through here and you do the hero swap, it is going to swap, let's say you swap Wukong to another hero, it is going to swap Wukong. It is also going to swap the copies you have of Wukong to the new hero that you do choose. So definitely make sure that you notice that and you pay attention. Bountiful Trials are up. Twilight of Dawn at Dusttown is almost gone. Babbling Brook is up, which we know is the one for the Awakened version of Solus. Now, in addition, we have the Covenant Invite. As you can see right here, this is going to bring in new heroes, and you get to choose your hero, and I believe it's 2023 or older. So overall, looking in here at the build, you want to get Liberta, you want to get Demia, you want to get Lavatoon. If you do not have those built, those are going to be your priorities. Even for me, I'm going to get another copy of Liberta so we can actually add a 4-star on there. Now, overall, we're going to grow this plan. It does give you a considerable amount of resources as you grow this. You got some chests right there. You do got some baits. You got some of your scrolls. And then, of course, we do have the copy of Liberta. It just takes a little bit of time to do what you need to in here to actually build this. And it is incredibly easy to go through with this event and actually build everything out of here. Now, in addition, we do have Spring Surprises. This, of course, is going to give us a copy of Flora. So not only are we getting a copy of Wukong, we're also getting a copy of Flora. So again, when it comes to the exchange of these heroes, I am super stoked because Wukong and Flora I have maxed out in their entirety, which means we can take the copies in there, we can swap them for other heroes, which is exactly what we're doing. Let's go in here and collect all these up. Boom, there we go. We'll pick this one up as well, getting some more cards, getting some more diamonds. Now, we right now are looking for Kelin. So overall, a lot of players had some questions about Kelin. Is he going to be used? Are we going to see him in different places? And honestly, when you look at the build of the hero, kind of the design, the layout, let's look at these leaderboard guys, because even here is Chan. And you'll notice very, very quickly, going through here, he is already in formations. That is right. A lot of whales have already built him up, and Kelin is already showing up in different formations, and he does a considerable amount of damage. Even here, where Matria is putting up 3 billion, he's doing almost half that. So again, not as much damage as we thought he would do, but as a supplement damage, as a hero in here, even looking at the Hypo Tower, I feel like he's gonna be a couple different places, in a couple different places. However, take it with a grain of salt, because very similar to what we've seen with Olgath, it is gonna require a pretty high investment to get his damage kind of maximized. But if you're pushing through a lot of content in AFK Arena, that's exactly what you're going to have to do to continue to be competitive in all of these different game modes. Now, of course, looking in here, I want to do a couple summons as well before we get into the hero swap. I bought everything out of here. We even got more copies of our Stargazer Scrolls. Now, of course, when you look at Frampton and when you look at the twins within the Dream Store, I am swapping them as well. So it's giving me Flora, it's giving me Wukong, it is also giving me Frampton. I can exchange all of them, which is awesome. And then, of course, a lot of players had questions about Eugene. We haven't seen if we're getting another copy or free copy of him at this point. So we're going to have to hold tight, because if you're like me, guys, you are sitting on 1 copy away from having him up to Ascended. Once we do get him to that Ascended level, that means that we're going to actually have that ability to put furniture on him, adding one more star. I don't know if Diamond, Stargazer Scrolls, or if it's going to be continued with the events we have going on. But remember, they said out of the guild shop, you're going to have the ability to actually get the hero and get the hero in his entirety by building up out of the guild shop all the way to 5 stars. That's right. You're going to have the ability to max Eugene out in his entirety, taking him all the way to 5 stars. Like I was saying earlier, let's do some summons in here. We got some Graveborns here, which normal heroes, it's really running thin. As we continue to get more copies of heroes, I feel like we're going to continue to just max them out as we do get them, especially because of the desired hero summons and the heroes that are coming. Now, we don't know if there's a crossover, and there is Aethys. I will definitely take that. Don't know if there's going to be a crossover. Don't know if it's going to be a new awakened hero that we're going to be getting for the 4th anniversary, or excuse me, the 5th anniversary. It is kind of yet to be determined, but there is another copy of Bronn. Now, most of the heroes that we are summoning for in here, we do have them in the heroic ship right now. So if we build them up a little bit further, we're going to have the ability to get a lot of the resources back or get those resources returned just based on the heroes that we do have built out and where we have them built out. So there's another copy of Oden. Now, of course, looking in here, we are looking for Kelin. Looks like Liberta and Kinisa and Rook. Very good choices. So we have 3, 4, 5, almost 6 summons in here, which again should give us and yield us another copy of him. Hopefully we'll pull some diamonds, but we haven't seen it in a long time with the diamonds, or maybe we won't see a copy at all of him. Got to be close, which there we go. So there's another copy of him. That puts him, I believe, at Mythic Plus at this point. Let's add some stars on these. And of course, that gives a star for Bronn, so we can put some engraving on there. Don't know if Bronn is going to be used anywhere. Unfortunately, we're not seeing a lot of utility with him. I'm going to probably wait to do the engraving on there, just because, again, I don't know where he's going to be used or if he's going to be used. And then, of course, right here, we go to Mythic Plus, which means we need 4 more copies to take him up to that Ascended. We started doing the furniture. We actually have a lot of red scrolls that are already saved, or red furniture cards that are already saved. That way, if we go ahead and build that hero up a little bit higher, we already kind of do have him built already. So a lot of events going on. And of course, let's pop open some of these bags, including our red chest right there. Boom. There we go. And I know we talked about the hero swap, but I'm still getting an insane amount of questions when it comes to the hero swap. And also, guys, if you didn't check it out, AFK Journey is up. So if you've played the game, really a cool game. I mean, I'm pretty impressed with how they built it. Chest of Wishes right there. We'll go ahead and get some of our essence because we have enough of those. Then, of course, we're going in for Wukong. There we go. So we got a copy of Wukong. We don't have any stones in here. All right, so hero swap, like we said before, getting in here, the primary heroes you want to look at is probably the awakened version of Athalia. Really, really strong. We have the awakened version of Shmira, the awakened version of Lyca, and essentially, if you're running some of the older heroes like the awakened version of Thane, I would do the swap. If you have Talene built, the awakened version of Talene. If you do have the awakened version of Aziz built, I would probably swap. The rest of those, it's really kind of dependent on who you have. Now, for a lot of players that have Wukong built, a lot of players that do have Flora built, a lot of players that have Lucretia built, good swap for this would be one of the 3 primary heroes. Number 1 being Liberta, that is an absolute primary. And then looking at number 2 probably being Demia or Lavatoon. Either of those will do incredibly well with the swap. Other than that, again, it's kind of nice to have for a lot of them. When you're looking at some of the heroes outside of those 3 primary, probably coming in number 4, I would say would be Lucilla. Short of really those 4, they are seeing the utility in a majority of AFK Arena. You could beg to differ whether, utilization in the tower, maybe a niche formation, a one-off in the Cursed Realm or the Nightmare Corridor. But overall, just looking at these few heroes and the utility that they have within AFK Arena, it is really a big change. Now, for me personally, I don't think I'm going to swap anyone. As much as I kind of looked around on who we could swap or where we might swap. I did this signature item swap, but again, I don't know exactly who we'd build or who we'd swap at this point. But all right, guys, that is going to do it for today's video. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. And as always, thank you guys for watching.